been swaying so much. I'm so sorry. I know that was a bit of a struggle to watch, but the wind out there is just relentless tonight. Before we settle into this tiny space, if you're enjoying our little adventure so far, please remember to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. It truly helps me create more of these moments for us, and it will speed up the release of new videos. Now, where were we? Right, this cabin. It's a lot smaller than it looked on the brochure, isn't it? I just spoke with the conductor while you were down the hall, and it's exactly what we feared. Between the storm delays and that massive booking error back at the station, every other sleeper car is completely full. There are no more doubles, no more suites. This is it. This single tiny bunk is the only space left on the entire train. I can't believe we're actually sharing this, but at least we're out of that drafty corridor. Just listen to that rain. It's absolutely drumming against the glass, isn't it? Each drop sounds so heavy, so frantic, but in here it just makes everything feel so much more secluded. The air is already starting to warm up, smelling like old polished wood and the faint, sweet scent of the tea they served earlier. It's definitely going to be a tight squeeze, but it's dry, it's safe, and I suppose it's ours for the night. The way the light is flickering from the storm outside, it makes the shadows move so softly across the walls. It's almost like the world has disappeared, and it's just us, tucked away in this little wooden box, hurtling through the dark. I can feel the vibration of the tracks right through the floorboards, a steady, rhythmic thrumming that makes my heart feel like it's trying to match the pace. We're really in this together now, aren't we? Just you, me, and the sound of the storm. Honestly, I have to laugh a little bit. If I read this in a book or saw it in some old romantic movie, I'd probably roll my eyes and call it a total cliche. You know the one. The storm-stranded travelers, the booking error at the station, in the classic "there's only one bed" trope, or in this case, one very narrow bunk. It's almost too perfect, isn't it? I can see you looking around this tiny cabin with that slightly stunned expression, and trust me, I'm feeling it too. It's a lot to take in after such a long, exhausting day of travel. But hey, at least we have a story to tell now, right? A very, very cramped story. Are you doing okay though? Truly. I know this isn't exactly the luxury suite we were promised, and it really is a tight squeeze in here. If you're feeling a bit claustrophobic, or if this is just a bit too much, please just tell me. I don't want you to feel trapped or uncomfortable. I want this to be a place where you can actually rest. Let me just get this heavy bag off my shoulder and tuck it right under work out of necessity, if nothing else. It's cozy in a strange, cramped sort of way. Just breathe with me for a second. Can you hear the rhythm beneath our feet? The tracks are speaking to us, and they're telling us we aren't going anywhere else tonight. It's just us in here. Let me reach for these blankets at the foot of the bunk. Oh, feel that weight. They're that classic heavy wool. I know they look a little bit scratchy against the skin, but they're so incredibly warm once you're actually tucked under them. There's something so nostalgic about the texture, isn't there? It reminds me of old stories and cold nights. And the cabin itself, it has such a distinct soul. Can you smell that? It's the scent of aged cedar and floor polish, mixed with just a hint of the damp night air from outside. It's the smell of a long journey, of being somewhere between where we were and where we're going. I'm going to click this little reading light on instead of the overhead. There, that's much better. That dim amber glow makes the whole space feel so much smaller and more intimate, casting long, soft shadows over the wood paneling. It turns this tiny box into a sanctuary. Listen to the tracks beneath us. That rhythmic click-clack, click-clack. It's so constant, so steady. It's like the heartbeat of the train. Come on, let's actually settle onto the mattress. It's a bit of a squeeze, I know, but if I slide my back against the wood of the wall here, there's just enough room for you to sit right beside me. Feel how the mattress gives just a little bit as we put our weight down. The train is swaying even more now, but sitting down makes it feel like we're part of the movement instead of fighting it. Just let yourself sink in for a moment. We're finally out of the hallway, finally off our feet. It feels good to just stop moving, doesn't it? To let the train do all the work while we just exist here in the glow. Here, let me just lean back a little bit. Those boots of yours look absolutely soaked through from the walk across that open platform. You can't be comfortable sitting there with cold, damp feet, and we really need to get you warmed up before you catch chill. Let me untie these laces for you. My fingers are finally starting to thaw out, so I don't mind. There, that's one, and the other. Oh, they're really on there tight, aren't they? Just a little more. There. Now, go ahead and kick those off. Can you feel that? That instant rush of relief when the weight and the dampness are finally gone. Your socks feel a little bit cold to the touch, but don't worry. boys over here by the sliding door so they can dry out near the vent. Wait, stay still for just a second. You have a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a stray thread or a drop of rain right there near your temple. Let me just get that for you. Oh, I didn't realize how close I'd moved. Your eyes look so different in this light. That dim amber glow from the reading lamp makes them look so incredibly deep, almost like liquid gold. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stare so intently. It's just, we haven't really been this close in a long time, have we? Not like this. Not where I can see the way the light catches every little detail of your face. It's really nice. Whoa, careful. Did you feel that? The train must be hitting a rough patch of old track or a sharp bend in the valley. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to practically fall into your lap. The floor just seemed to drop away for a second. Let me just keep my hand right here on your shoulder for a moment until the swing settles back into a rhythm. I need to catch my balance. My heart is racing a little bit now, and I don't think it's just from the jolt of the train. It's so incredibly quiet in here when the engine isn't straining, isn't it? Just the two of us, the muffled thunder, and the steady beat of the rain. It's funny how a tiny, cramped cabin can feel so much bigger once you're finally settled in and the tension starts to bleed away. We've really come a long way today, haven't we? Through the winding mountain passes and that thick fog that felt like it would never end. I was actually just thinking about that view we saw earlier, right before the storm rolled in and the sun began to dip below the horizon. Do you remember that valley we passed through just a few hours ago, right before the clouds turned that bruised, heavy purple, and the first drops started to strike the glass? There was that one moment, just as we crossed the old stone bridge, where the sun broke through a single gap in the mist. It turned the entire forest below us into a sea of shimmering emerald. I saw you leaning your forehead against the cool window, just watching it all go by with that quiet, thoughtful expression you get. I almost didn't want to say anything and break the spell. It was so beautiful, but it feels like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it? Like that world belongs to a different version of us. Now, the wind is screaming through the mountain passes, and the rain is trying its best to get inside, but it can't. It's strange. I feel like the tracks behind us are just dissolving into the dark as soon as we pass over them. Like there's no way to go back and nowhere else we need to be. It's just this tiny, amber-lit box hurtling through the night. Does it feel that way to you too? Like we're the only two people left spread it out. There. Let's tuck it in around your side first. I want to make sure you're completely sealed in from any drafts that might sneak in through the floorboards. It smells so clean, like sun-dried cotton and a tiny hint of lavender. Can you feel that? The way the weight of it just settles over you, pressing you down into the mattress. It's such a grounding feeling. I'm going to slide in right here next to you and pull my half up too. There we go. It's amazing how quickly the warmth starts to build up when we're shared under one blanket like this. It's like we've created our own little climate, a tiny pocket of summer in the middle of a winter storm. I can feel the heat radiating off you already. It's so much better than being out there in the corridor or sitting in those stiff, upright seats. Just us, the heavy weight of the quilt, and the rhythmic humming of the engine beneath our feet. We're finally settled. We're finally safe. Just let the rest of the world fade away. It doesn't matter where the train is going right now. All that matters is that we're here and we're warm. I didn't realize quite how narrow this bunk was until we both tried to lie down at the same time. We're practically nose to nose, aren't we? I think if we both stay on our sides, facing each other like this, it'll be much easier to stay on the mattress. My knees are almost touching yours. Do you mind? It's really the only way we won't both end up on the floor when the train hits a sharp curve. It's a bit intimate, I know, but there's something nice about it too. Being this close, I can see the way the light from the little reading lamp catches in your eyes, and I can hear your breath syncing up with mine. Wait, are you still a little cold? I just felt a tiny shiver run through you. I know the duvet is heavy, but the chill from that window must be sneaking through the seal. Here, let me tuck my side of the blanket even closer under your back. I'll give you a bit more of my share. I don't mind at all, really. I have my thick sweater on, and your warmth is already radiating toward me. Let me just pull it up a little higher, right under your chin. There. Is that better? I want you to feel completely bundled, like you're in a cocoon where the winter can't reach you. Listen to that wind out there. It's absolutely howling against the metal siding of the car now that we're climbing higher into the pass. It sounds like it's searching for a way in, doesn't it? A low, mournful whistle that just makes this little cabin feel even smaller, even more shielded. Every time the rain lashes against the glass with that sharp staccato tapping, I'm just so glad we're in here, tucked away. You're starting to warm up now, I can tell. The shivering is stopping, and your shoulders are finally starting to drop away from your ears. Just keep looking at me. Let the sound of the storm be a reminder of how safe you are right here. Nothing can get to us in this little room. It's just a few square feet of perfect, undisturbed peace, while the rest of the world is blurred out by the rain. I've got you. You're not Just let your weight settle into the mattress. Don't try to fight the movement. Just let it carry you. It's like a giant iron cradle, isn't it? Rocking us back and forth, back and forth. I can feel the rhythm in the floorboards, a steady, pulsing vibration that moves right up through the frame and into our pillows. Listen closely to the wheels hitting the rail joints. On this specific stretch of the Northern Line, the tracks are still the older, jointed steel, not the seamless kind they use on the high-speed routes. It creates that very particular cadence. Click, clack, click, clack, almost like a heartbeat for the train itself. It's a steady, 4-beat rhythm that never varies, even when we slow down for the mountain passes. It's so predictable, so constant. You can almost time your breathing to it. In, out, click, clack, click, clack. Can you feel your chest starting to slow down to match it? I can feel mine. It's like the train is doing all the work for us, taking every bit of tension out of our muscles and leaving only this heavy, warm stillness. My voice sounds a bit different in here, doesn't it? Lower. It's the acoustics of the small space, I think. Or maybe it's just how quiet everything else has become. It feels like the air itself is thicker, more resonant. I like the way the sound vibrates in the air between us. It's so calm. Everything is so calm. Just keep focusing on that swaying motion, left and right, perfectly balanced. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to think about the morning, or the delay, or the storm outside. Just the sway, the rhythm of the tracks, and the warmth of this little bunk. We're in our own private universe, moving through the dark, and for right now, there's absolutely nothing that can disturb this peace. Just listen to the rain, listen to the rails, and let yourself sink a little deeper into the pillow. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. We're just drifting together. I notice a tiny stray lock of hair falling across your forehead, catching the dim amber glow of the reading light. May I? Just let me brush it back for you. There. Much better. Your skin feels so warm compared to the cool air drifting off the window. the storm and the delay in this tiny, cramped bunk, it feels like that line has just sort of evaporated into the mist outside. I can see the way the light from the passing signal lamps reflects in your eyes for a split second before fading back into the shadows. You look so peaceful, yet I can tell you're feeling it too. The elephant in the room, as they say. It's hard to ignore the shift when I'm tucked so closely against you that I can feel your pulse through my fingertips. It's a very honest feeling, isn't it? No pretenses, no distractions, just the two of us. We don't have to put a label on it or figure out what it means for tomorrow. We can just be here in this strange, beautiful middle ground where the rules of our friendship don't quite apply anymore. I think I've wanted to be this close to you for a long time, even if I didn't know how to say it. My hand is just going to stay right here, my thumb tracing the soft curve of your brow, while we listen to the rhythmic drumming of the rain. It feels like we're finally catching our breath after years of running side by side, just resting. Looking at you like this, I can't help but think about how far we've actually come since the very beginning. It feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? Especially when I think back to that very first trip we took. Do you remember that first trip we ever took? It wasn't nearly as fancy as this sleeper car, even with all the current delays. It was that old, rattling commuter train, and we were both so nervous, though we tried our best to hide it behind jokes and maps that we didn't really know how to read. I can still vividly recall the taste of that cheap coffee we grabbed at the station, the kind that comes in those thin, waxy paper cups that always seem to burn your fingers no matter how you hold them. It was bitter, slightly burnt, and probably had far too much sugar in it, but I remember thinking it was the most delicious thing I'd ever had. Maybe because it was the first time it was just the two of us, heading off into the unknown with nothing but our backpacks in a sense of adventure. We sat so close on those hard plastic seats, our knees brushing every time the train swayed, much like they are now. I'm going to shift my weight just a little bit. Let me slide my arm under the pillow here so I can tuck myself a bit closer to you. This bunk really is narrow, isn't it? But I find I don't mind the squeeze at all. In fact, I think I prefer it. Feeling the steady warmth of your side pressed against mine makes the cold wind outside feel like a million miles away. It's strange how a memory of bitter station coffee can feel so sweet when I'm lying here with you now. We were just kids then, really, playing at being has shrunk down to just the space between us, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I can see a sliver of light catching the edge of the curtain, moving as we glide through the night. It's almost hypnotic, isn't it? Just you and me, drifting through the dark. Look at that. There's a tiny gap in the heavy curtains where the blue moonlight is spilling in. It's such a cold, ethereal color, isn't it? It catches the edge of your jaw and follows the line of your shoulder as the train banks into this long, slow curve. It's strange how the world outside looks so frozen and distant in that light, while in here it's just warm. I can see the dust motes dancing in that silver sliver, swirling around us like tiny, silent stars. It makes everything feel even more like a dream, like we're floating through a void rather than racing across the countryside. I have to tell you something, a little secret I've been keeping since we boarded this evening. You remember when the conductor checked his ledger and told us that all the other sleeper cars were completely booked, and how I looked so frustrated and worried about the inconvenience of us having to share this tiny, cramped space? Well, I wasn't actually that upset. In fact, I think I was secretly glad. A part of me, the selfish part I suppose, was hoping they wouldn't find a second room. I knew that if they did, we'd spend the night in separate cabins, staring at the ceiling and listening to the rain all by ourselves. And I didn't want to be alone tonight. I wanted to be right here, exactly like this, tucked away from the rest of the world. I can feel my face getting a little warm just admitting that out loud. It's silly, isn't it? To be so happy about a booking error and a storm-delayed train. But seeing you here, bathed in that soft blue light, I know I was right to just accept the misfortune. I'm so content right now. It's funny how the things that seem like disasters on paper turn out to be the moments we cherish the most. I can feel the last bit of tension finally leaving my chest as I say it out loud. No more pretending to be bothered by the lack of personal space. I'm exactly where I want to be, and I think, deep down, you don't mind it either. Just listen to the rhythm of the wheels. It's like the train is agreeing with us. I'm so glad we're stuck here together. You're so close now. I can actually feel your breath against the side of my neck. It's a soft, rhythmic warmth, like a tiny, gentle heartbeat pressing against my skin with every exhale. It's such a delicate sensation, but it's so grounding. Every time you breathe out, I feel a little shiver run down my spine. Not because I'm cold, but because it's just so intimate. You know, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I realized that I don't just feel safe with you. I feel like you are my safety. It's a strange thing to say, isn't it? But it's true. No matter how loud the storm gets outside, or how much the world tries to pull me in 1,000 different directions, as soon as lashes flutter ever so slightly in the dim light. I can hear the way your breathing hitches just for a split second when the train jolts over a switch in the tracks. It's okay. I'm right here. I've got you. There's something so incredibly steadying about being this close, sharing the same space, the same air. I feel like I can finally let go of all those little anxieties and what-ifs I've been carrying around since the journey started. In this tiny room, on this one narrow pillow, the rest of the world has completely vanished. It's just the two of us, the rhythm of the rain against the glass, and the tracks leading us into the unknown. I feel so incredibly lucky that it's you I'm sharing this stillness with. I really do. I think I've spent so much time looking at you from a distance, but being this close, it lets me see things I never noticed before. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see the next part of our journey even sooner. It really helps us stay in this moment together. I could stay like this for hours, you know, just watching the way the shadows from the rain outside dance across your face. It's funny, being this close to you makes me realize just how many tiny details I've gathered about you over the years. Things I never really mentioned because, well, I didn't want to seem like I was staring too hard. But I was. I always was. I've noticed the way your eyes soften when you're tired, and the specific way you tilt your head when you're listening to someone, like you're trying to catch every single word they say. It's one of the things I admire most about you, how much you actually care. And there's that one little habit. You probably don't even know you do it. Whenever you're deep in thought, or maybe a little bit nervous, you have this tiny way of rubbing your thumb against your index finger, over and over, so softly. Or the way you bite the very corner of your lip when you're focused on something important. I saw you do it earlier today when we were looking at the train schedules, and I had to look away because it was just too much. It's so endearing, so uniquely you. Seeing those little things up close now, it feels like I'm finally being allowed to read my favorite book under a magnifying glass. All that nervous energy I felt when we first realized we'd have to share this tiny bunk, it's changing. It's not that butterfly in the stomach kind of panic anymore. It's something much warmer. It's like a slow, steady glow spreading through my chest. I feel so incredibly grounded right now. The physical tension of trying not to touch you has just melted away into this beautiful, heavy warmth. I'm not worried about where my arm is or if I'm taking up too much space. I just feel right. Like this is exactly where we were always supposed to end up, tucked away in this little wooden cocoon while the rest of the world rushes by outside. It's so quiet in here, despite the storm. Just us and these little realizations I've been keeping to myself for far too long. I think I'm finally starting to understand why I was so happy when they told us there were no other rooms left. Wait, do you feel that? way the floor is tilting just a little bit. We must be hitting a long, sweeping curve in the tracks. I can feel the weight of the train shifting, and with it, I can feel you leaning just a tiny bit more into me. It's a strange, gentle pull, isn't it? Like the earth itself is trying to nudge us even closer together. The rhythm of the wheels is changing too. That steady beat is slowing down, becoming deeper, more resonant. It's almost as if the engine is catching its breath as we navigate the bend. Listen, can you hear that? It's so faint, just a muffled, distorted voice coming from somewhere far outside. We must be rolling slowly past a small station, one of those quiet stops in the middle of nowhere. Someone out there is making an announcement, their voice lost in the wind and the rain. But in here, it's like that world doesn't even exist. It's just a ghost of a sound, a reminder that there's a whole life going on outside this window that we don't have to worry about tonight. We're in our own little bubble, drifting through the dark while the rest of the world stays stationary. You shivered just then, didn't you? I think a little bit of the damp air from the platform is still clinging to the edges of the room. Here, I'm just going to tuck this blanket a little tighter around your shoulders. There. I want to make sure the warmth stays trapped right where it belongs, between us. This wool might be a bit scratchy, but it's so heavy and comforting once it settles. I love how it feels to pull it up high, right under your chin, making sure you're completely cocooned and protected from the draft. You look so peaceful like this, even with the storm still tapping away at the glass. I just want to keep you safe and warm for as long as this journey lasts, tucked away from everything else. It's so quiet now, isn't it? Just the two of us here in the dark, with only that tiny sliver of moonlight finding its way through the gap in the curtains. I can see the faint reflection of the world passing by in your eyes, but I can't quite tell what's going on behind them. Tell me, what are you thinking about right now? I know your mind is usually moving 1,000,000 miles an hour, even when you're supposed to be resting. Are you thinking about the storm we just left behind? Or maybe the way the tracks seem to hum right beneath us? I'm just curious. What does it feel like for you, being tucked away in here like this? Listen to that. The way the metal groans just a tiny bit as the train picks up speed again. It's such a lonely sound usually, isn't it? But tonight, it doesn't feel lonely at all. Not when I'm listening to it with you. It's more like a heartbeat, steady and strong, carrying us through the night. I can hear the rain getting softer now, just a rhythmic, gentle tapping on the glass, like someone is whispering a secret against the window. It's the kind of silence that feels heavy, but in a wonderful way, like a thick, warm just want to feel that you're really here, that I'm not just dreaming this whole strange, beautiful night. There, that's nice. I can feel the slight tension in your muscles finally starting to fade as you settle deeper into the mattress. It's funny how much we can say without saying anything at all, isn't it? Just being this close, feeling the vibration of the train through both of us at once. It says more than any of the words we've spoken all day. I think I could stay like this for a long, long time, just watching the shadows dance on the ceiling while I wait for your thoughts to drift towards sleep. You know, as I'm lying here, watching the shadows stretch across the ceiling, I'm reminded of a dream I had. It was only a few nights ago, but it feels so vivid now, sitting here in the dark with you. In the dream, we were on a train just like this one, but there was no storm outside, only a sky so full of stars they seemed to move right alongside us, brushing against the glass. The tracks didn't make a single jarring sound. It was as if we were floating over silver rails, weightless and free. We weren't going anywhere specific, no station to catch, no luggage to worry about, just this endless, smooth gliding through a landscape made of soft blue velvet and moonlight. I remember looking at you in that dream, and you were glowing just a little bit, like the light from the moon was caught in your skin. We didn't have to say a word. We just sat there, watching the world blur into something beautiful and unrecognizable. It was so peaceful, the kind of peace that makes your heart feel heavy and light all at once. I remember thinking, even as I slept, that I never wanted to reach the end of the line. I just wanted the wheels to keep turning and the stars to keep following us as long as you were there, right here, next to me. Funny how dreams work, isn't it? How they take the things we're too shy to say during the day and turn them into these quiet, hazy stories. I can feel my voice getting a little heavier now. The way the train sways is just so hypnotic. It's like the rhythm of the tracks is starting to sync up with my own heart, with my own breathing. Can you feel it? That slow, steady pulse in and out. It's such a deep, grounded feeling, isn't it? I think the dream was trying to tell me something about how safe I feel when the world is moving, but we're still. Everything else out there is rushing by, changing and shifting, but in here, in this tiny, warm space, time doesn't really exist. It's just this breath, and the next one, and the way the shadows are stretching out across the floor, like they're trying to tuck us in. I'm starting to feel that same drifting sensation again, that soft velvet pull at the edges of my mind, That soft hum you just heard, that's just me finally letting go of all that tension. Having you press against my side like this, it feels right. It feels like the most natural thing in the world. The way you're settled there, your weight leaning into mine, it's so grounding. I can feel the rhythm of your pulse against my arm, and it's so much calmer than mine was an hour ago. It's funny, isn't it? I spent the whole night worrying about this moment, and now that it's here, I realize there was absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Just you and me and the heat of the blankets keeping the rest of the world away. It's funny thinking back on all the rules we've lived by for so long. You know the ones, those invisible lines we drew around our friendship to keep things safe and predictable. We've been so careful, haven't we? Always making sure there was just enough space between us on the couch, or keeping our hugs just a second shorter than they wanted to be. We had this unspoken agreement to never let things get too heavy, too quiet, or too close. But here, in the dark, with the rain lashing against the metal outside, and the cabin wrapping around us like a cocoon, those rules feel so distant. They're melting away, layer by layer, until there's nothing left but this. I can feel the low, constant vibration of the train engine humming deep beneath the floorboards, a steady, heavy thrum that vibrates right up through the mattress and into my bones. It's such a grounding sensation, like the train itself is a giant heartbeat, reminding us that we're moving forward together, even while we stay perfectly still in each other's arms. I find my hand drifting to your arm, my finger tracing slow, invisible patterns across the fabric of your sleeve. Just gentle loops and soft, lingering lines that only you and I know are there. I'm watching the way the dim light catches the movement of my hand, feeling the texture of the cloth beneath my touch, and it feels so incredibly some station miles back, and I'm starting to realize that I'm exactly where I've always wanted to be, just here, tracing patterns on your arm, listening to the world hum beneath us. It's strange, isn't it? How even when we were keeping those careful distances, I was always trying to find ways to look out for you. I think back to all those times I've quietly tried to protect you in the smallest ways, ways I wasn't even sure you'd notice, like the way I'd always check in on you after a long day just to make sure you'd eaten, or how I'd subconsciously move to stand between you in a crowd when things felt too overwhelming. I've always wanted to be that buffer for you, a little bit of quiet in your storm, even when I had to do it from a few feet away. I wanted to make sure you felt seen and safe and cared for without ever making it a thing between us. But here, with the barriers finally down, that instinct to protect you feels so much stronger, yet so much softer at the same time. I know I was complaining earlier about the heavy door and the booking error, making a bit of a scene about how tiny this bunk was, but I have a confession to make. This whole situation, being stuck here in this tiny, cramped space with you, it feels like the greatest gift I could have asked for. I think the universe knew we weren't going to take this step ourselves, so it gave us a little push. It stalled the train, it messed up the reservation, and it put us exactly where we needed to be. I'm not frustrated anymore. I'm just grateful. Grateful that the world outside is locked away, and that, for once, there's nowhere else I have to be, and no one else I have to worry about but you. My voice is dropping so low now, isn't it? I can barely hear myself over the rain, but I don't want to speak any louder than a breath. I don't want to disturb the silence that's settled between us, and I certainly don't want to wake the rest of the world. I just want to stay in this whisper, right here against your ear, where it's safe. It feels like we've found a secret frequency that only the two of us can hear. Every word feels heavier, more meaningful when it's whispered like this. It's just us, tucked away in this little pocket of warmth, drifting through the dark. I feel like if I speak any louder, the magic might break, and I'm just not ready to let go of this feeling even in this dim, amber glow of the reading lamp, mixed with that pale blue moonlight creeping through the curtains, they look so incredibly beautiful. There's a depth to them that I don't think I ever let myself truly study before. I can see the reflection of the tiny raindrops on the glass dancing in your pupils, and there's such a stillness there. It's the kind of look that makes the rest of the world feel like it's miles and miles away. You're looking at me with so much gentleness. It's a look I've seen before, though maybe I was too stubborn to realize what it meant at the time. It actually makes me think back to that one rainy afternoon, remember? The day I had that terrible news, and I felt like the floor had been pulled out from under me. I was such a mess, barely able to catch my breath, and you didn't ask 1,000 questions or tell me everything would be fine. You just sat there on the floor with me, leaning your back against the wall, and you let me just exist in my sadness until it didn't feel so heavy anymore. You had that same look in your eyes then, that steady, unwavering presence that told me I wasn't alone. You were my shelter before I even knew I was looking for one. I don't think I've ever told you how much that moment changed things for me, how it made me realize that no matter how loud the world got, you were the one person who could make it go quiet. I've been tracing these little invisible shapes on your arm for a while now, haven't I? Just feeling the fabric of your sleeve and the warmth of you underneath. But I find myself wanting to feel more than just your sleeve. I'm going to move my hand just a little bit, letting my fingers slide down the length of your arm very slowly. I can feel the slight friction of the fabric until I finally reach the warmth of your wrist, and then lower still. My fingertips are just barely brushing against the back of your hand now. You're so warm, and I'm so close. I just want to be sure you're really here, right now, in this tiny cabin with me, while the rest of the world rushes past outside. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, as this will speed up the release of new videos. I'm sliding my hand underneath yours very gently so I can feel the weight of it, and then slowly, one by one, I'm letting my fingers lace through yours. It's such a small thing, isn't it? Just holding hands. But here, in the dark, with the rain drumming against the window, and the train swaying us back and forth, it feels like everything. I'm holding my breath for just a second, waiting to see if you'll shift or if you'll want your space Why, yes, I'm here. And yes, I want this too. It's funny. I've spent so much time wondering what this would feel like. Imagining if we'd ever get past that invisible line we drew for ourselves years ago. And now that we have, it feels so much more natural than I ever expected. It doesn't feel like a big dramatic change. It feels like coming home. Like this is exactly where my hand was always meant to be. Look at how our fingers look together. Even in this low light, I can see how perfectly they fit. My hand is a little smaller than yours, but the way our knuckles line up, the way your thumb is resting right over mine, it's like two pieces of a puzzle that finally found their match. It's a perfect fit. I can feel your pulse against my skin, a steady, rhythmic thrumming that matches the heartbeat of the train. It's so grounding. I feel so incredibly safe when I'm holding on to you like this. It's like, as long as we're connected, the storm outside can't touch us. We're in our own little world. And right now, the only thing that matters is the warmth of your hand in mine. I don't think I ever want to let go. I just want to stay like this, feeling the life in you, while the miles disappear behind us. I'm going to shift my weight just a little, resting my head back against that heavy wool coat we folded up to use as an extra pillow. It's a bit rough and a bit bulky, but it props us up just right in this tiny space. As I settle in, I can catch the scent of my perfume lingering on the collar, that soft, familiar fragrance, and it's mixing with the cool, sharp smell of the rain-damp air that's managed to seep in through the window frame. It's such a comforting combination, isn't it? The smell of the storm outside and the warmth of us in here. I'm closing my eyes now, just letting the darkness of the cabin settle over me. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm still right here, lacing my fingers through yours. Even with my eyes shut, I can feel how the heavy fabric of the coat cushions us, creating this little sanctuary that smells like home and adventure all at once. The air is a bit chilly on my face, but under these blankets, next to you, it's the perfect temperature. I'm just going to keep my eyes closed for a while and listen to the way the rain-damp world sounds from inside our little bubble. It feels like we've created our own tiny universe on these tracks, one where the only things that exist are the scent of wool, the distant thunder, and the feeling of your hand holding mine so tightly. It's so peaceful, just being here, breathing the same air, drifting through the night together. I feel like I could just float away on the sound of the wheels, knowing you're right there to keep me grounded. Moving like this, through the dark, it makes everything feel so much more possible, doesn't it? Like we could just keep going and never look back. You know, as we're sitting here, tucked away from everything, I can't help but think about all the just disappear for a while. No phones, no schedules, just us and the sound of the wind through the pines. I've spent so much time thinking about where I wanted to go, but hearing the rhythm of the train and feeling you so close, it makes me realize that we sounds so much better. We should go to those lavender fields in the spring. We should find that hidden bakery in the city you mentioned once. It's funny how a few hours in a cramped train car can change your whole perspective on the future. I used to think of the horizon as something I had to reach on my own, but now I just want to see it reflected in your eyes. I'm shifting my legs just a little to get more comfortable, and oh, there, my knee just brushed against yours under the duvet. It's so incredibly warm under these blankets, isn't it? I hope you don't mind the squeeze. I really like it. It's a constant, gentle reminder that you're right here, solid and real, while the rest of the world is just a dark blur outside that window. Every time our skin touches, even just a little bit through the fabric like that, it feels like we're building something quiet, but so strong. I want to see every sunrise with you, whether it's from the window of a train like this, from the deck of a ship, or just from the comfort of a messy kitchen on a slow Sunday morning. There's so much world out there, so many paths we haven't taken yet, and for the first time, I feel like I finally have the right person to see it all with. We have so much time, don't we? So many miles left to cover together. Just stay right there. Let's just keep dreaming about where we're going next. Look out the window for just a second. Do you see the telegraph poles passing by? They're like rhythmic shadows against the deep indigo of the night. One, then another, then another. It's almost hypnotic, isn't it? The way they just emerge from the gloom, catch a tiny bit of the train's light, and then vanish behind us over and over again. It's like a pulse, a slow, steady heartbeat for our journey. Every time one passes, I feel my own eyelids getting just a little bit heavier, and I can see yours are starting to flutter too. It's a strange, quiet kind of magic, watching the world move at such a frantic pace. amber light. Why don't you close them? Just for a moment. Let the rhythm of the rails do all the work. I'm right here, and the train knows exactly where it's going. You don't need to see the path to know we're moving towards something good. Just let the darkness behind your eyelids be soft and heavy. Feel the weight of the day just melting. There we go. Just like that. Your breathing is already slowing down to match the beat of the wheels. One pull, two pulls. Let the rhythm carry you deeper into the pillows. It's so much easier to feel everything when you aren't looking, isn't it? The warmth of my shoulder against yours, the way the air in here feels so still and calm. Just keep them closed. I've got you. I'm not going anywhere. You know, now that your eyes are closed and it's just us and the sound of the rain, I have to tell you something. I've actually played this scene out in my head 1,000 times. Not exactly like this. I couldn't have predicted the train delay or the mix-up with the cabin, but the part where we're finally this close, where I don't have to pretend there's a polite distance between us anymore. I've spent so many nights wondering what it would feel like to just be here, right here, with you. It feels a little scary to say that out loud, honestly. My heart is doing a nervous little dance right now, just admitting it. I think I've been carrying this around for a long, long time. Every time we went out for coffee, or every time you'd laugh at one of my stupid jokes, I'd catch myself looking at you for a second too long. I'd wonder if you could see it in my eyes, that I wasn't just happy to be your friend, but that I was falling just a little bit more every single day. And being in this tiny space tonight, feeling the warmth of you right next to me, it's like a dream I never really expected to come true. It's overwhelming in the best possible way. I'm sorry if my voice is shaking a little. It's a lot to finally let it out. But looking at you now, even with your eyes closed, I feel like I can finally be honest. I've wanted this. I've wanted us for so long. Just stay like that. Let me just look at you for a moment while the train carries us along. It feels like the world has finally stopped spinning, and it's just us, exactly where we were always meant to be. I can feel it now, you know, even through the layers of our sweaters and the heavy wool of the blanket. I can feel the steady, rhythmic thrum of your heart. It's such a grounding sound, isn't it? Like a secret clock ticking away just for us in the middle of this storm. It's beating a little fast, just like mine, but there's a strength to it that makes me feel like the rest of the world has just vanished. I'm just going to move a little closer or the rain trying to drown it out. Ah, that's it. You're so warm. It's like finding a safe harbor after being out at sea for way too long. I can feel the rise and fall of your chest with every breath you take, and it's the most peaceful thing I've ever felt. We're finally here, aren't we? No more space between us. No more careful distances or polite boundaries. Just this. My arm draped over you, my head tucked under your chin, and the two of us perfectly fitted together in this tiny wooden box, hurtling through the night. It feels so right, doesn't it? Like we were two pieces of a puzzle that finally found where they belong. The way your shoulder tucks into mine, the way we're sharing this one small pillow. It's everything I didn't know I was missing until this exact moment. Just stay like this with me. Don't move a muscle. I want to memorize the way this feels. The weight of your arm, the scent of your skin, the way the vibration of the train seems to travel through both of us at once. We're finally a team, aren't we? Just two souls hiding away from the storm, wrapped up in each other's warmth. It's so quiet in here now, despite the clicking of the tracks. It's the kind of silence that doesn't need words to fill it, just the sound of your heart and the knowledge that I'm right where I want to be. I can feel the tension finally leaving your shoulders, that little sigh you just let out. It's like you're finally giving yourself permission to just be, to just exist here with me without having to worry about tomorrow or where this train is taking us. For right now, this tiny bunk is our entire universe, and it's the most perfect universe I could imagine. There's a specific kind of peace that only exists on a night train, don't you think? It's like we've slipped through a crack in the world's busy schedule and found ourselves in this little pocket of stolen time. No one can reach us here. No phones ringing, no emails waiting, no expectations from anyone out there in the dark. It's just the two of us, suspended between where we were and where we're going, held safe in this moving wooden cocoon. The rest of the world is just a blur of shadows and rain beyond that window. But in here, everything is still and focused. It feels so rare to be this disconnected from everything else, and yet so deeply connected to another person. Listen, did you hear that? That long, low whistle echoing through the valley. It sounds It's a reminder that the world is huge and vast, and sometimes a little bit cold. Yet, everything I truly care about is right here, tucked under this blanket with me. That whistle is for the trees and the empty stations we pass by. We have our own quiet music in here, between the beat of your heart and the steady hum of the engine beneath our feet. Speaking of which, I've been wanting to do this all night. Just let me. There. Your hair is so soft. I'm just going to slowly run my fingers through it, starting from your temple and moving back. I'll be very gentle, I promise. I just want to feel the strands slip between my fingers while you drift. It's such a rhythmic thing, isn't it? Almost like the clicking of the tracks beneath us, up and down, over and over. I can feel you leaning into my touch just a little bit, and it makes me feel so trusted. You don't have to do anything, you know. You don't have to talk or think or be anything other than exactly who you are right now. Just let the rhythm of the train and the weight of my hand carry you away. We're miles from anywhere, hidden in the heart of the night, and there is absolutely nothing in the world more important than this peace we've found together. It's just us and the tracks and the long road home. I've realized something tonight, nestled here with you while the world rushes past outside that thin pane of glass. People spend so much of their lives searching for home, don't they? They look for it in houses, in cities, in the places they grew up. But as the miles slip away beneath us and the landscape stays dark and unfamiliar, I don't feel like I'm traveling away from anything at all. In fact, I feel like I've already arrived. I think, for me, home isn't a set of coordinates or a roof over my head. It's just this. It's the way the air seems to settle when you're near. It's the quiet, steady rhythm of your breathing that tells me everything is going to be okay. Wherever you are, that's where my heart finally finds its rest. Even here, in this cramped little sleeper car, with the rain lashing against the metal and the wind howling through the mountain passes, I've never felt more at peace. I've never felt more home than I do right now, tucked away in this tiny universe with you. You have such a rare kind of kindness, you know. It's something I've always felt radiating from you, but in the stillness of this cabin, it feels so much more profound. It's not a loud or demanding thing. It's in the way you hold space for me, the way you didn't even hesitate to make room for me in this narrow bunk when the storm changed our plans. You're so gentle with the world, even when the world hasn't always been gentle with you. I've spent so much time just admiring that about you, the way is moving so slowly now. I can barely feel the friction of my skin against yours as I trace the line of your shoulder. I'm moving with the train, letting the sway of the carriage guide my touch. I don't want to rush a single second of this. Every breath you take, every tiny shift of your weight against mine, it all feels like a precious secret we're keeping from the rest of the world. The tracks are humming a lullaby beneath us, a deep, resonant vibration that I can feel in my very bones, and I'm just sinking into it, sinking into the comfort of us. There's no need for any more stories or explanations, just this slow, deliberate presence. I'm right here, I'm holding you, and I'm being held by you. And for the first time in a very long time, the silence doesn't feel empty. It feels full. It feels like everything we've ever needed to say is being said in the way our shadows overlap on the ceiling. Just stay like this. Just keep drifting with me. We have all the time in the world before the sun finds us. I can feel your hand now, the way your thumb is slowly, so gently rubbing across my knuckles as we lie here. It's such a small, subtle movement, but it feels like it's vibrating through my whole heart. You're being so careful with me, even in the dark, even when we're both half lost in the hypnotic rhythm of the tracks. That little bit of pressure, that steady, rhythmic back and forth. It's like you're memorizing the shape of my hand, just like I'm trying to memorize the exact cadence of your pulse against my skin. It makes me feel seen in a way I've never quite felt before. It's a recognition that goes so much deeper than the years we've spent side by side as friends. And I want you to know something. I need to say it now, while the rest of the world is still muffled by the heavy rain and the vastness of these mountains. Whatever this night changes between us, and I think we both know deep down that it's changing everything. I'm not going anywhere. This isn't just a fleeting moment born out of a storm or a double-booked sleeper car. It's not just the strange, isolated magic of a night train making things feel more intense than they are. This is me finally finding the courage to tell you that I am here for the long haul. Tomorrow morning, when the conductor's voice eventually calls out the next station and the first gray light of dawn starts peeking through the gaps in those curtains, I'll still be right here. And the day after that, and every day that follows, I promise you that. I promise to be the person you can lean on when the world gets too loud, and the person who holds you just as close as I am right now when everything is quiet. We've crossed a line tonight, haven't certain of anything in my life. I'm yours in the way my hand fits so perfectly in yours, in the way my breathing has naturally fallen into sync with yours. I am completely, irrevocably yours. Don't worry about what comes next or how we'll navigate the world outside this cabin. Just feel my hand holding onto yours. Feel how steady I am. I've got you. I've always had you, in one way or another. But now I'm never letting go. I'm staying right here, exactly where I belong. You know, as I'm lying here, I realize that as much as I love seeing you take on the world, I think I love this version of you the most. The quiet version, the one who doesn't have to be anything for anyone else. Out there in the daylight, you're always so strong, always moving, always doing. But here in the dark, with just the sound of the rain against the glass, you're just you. It's like you finally put down all those heavy shields you carry around every day. I can feel the softness in your shoulders now, the way your breath is so slow and steady against the top of my head. It's a side of you that feels like a secret I'm the only one allowed to keep, and I treasure it more than I can ever really put into words. I could stay right here, listening to the silence between your words for the rest of my life. Honestly, I'm starting to dread the morning. I know the sun has to come up eventually, and the world will start making its demands on us again. But right now, I don't want it to. I want to freeze this moment, stop the clock, and just let this train carry us through the night indefinitely. I don't want to share you with the rest of the world just yet. I want to stay tucked away in this tiny, warm little corner of the universe where the only things that exist are you and me and the rhythm of the tracks. Let me just shift a little bit. There. I want to be as close as humanly possible. I'm going to rest my head right here, right against your chest. Can you feel how much better that is? I can hear your heart beating so clearly now, and it's the most beautiful, grounding sound in the world. It's like a second rhythm, keeping time with the wheels beneath us, telling me exactly where I'm supposed to be. It's so steady, so warm. Just hold me a little tighter. Yeah, just like that. Don't let the morning in yet. Let's just stay in the quiet for a while longer. hypnotic, isn't it? The way they move, like they're keeping pace with the train, ghosts of the world outside. I'm trying to stay awake. I really am. I don't want to miss a single second of being here, tucked against you like this. But the warmth, your warmth, it's making it so hard. Everything feels so slow. The rhythm of the wheels, the steady, beautiful thump of your heart right under my ear. It's like a lullaby I never knew I needed. My thoughts are starting to drift like little clouds, just floating away into the dark. I feel so heavy, so incredibly safe. The world outside, it's just a blur of rain and distance. But in here, it's just peace, just us. I'm so sleepy. My words are getting a little tangled. Sorry, it's just so comfortable. I think the sleep is finally winning. It's pulling me down into the softest, warmest place. Just stay. Don't move, please. I'm almost there. So tired, but so happy. I can feel you still holding on, just a little bit. Your muscles are still a tiny bit tense, like you're afraid if you fall asleep, this moment will vanish. But it won't. I promise you, it won't. Everything is okay. You've done enough today, and you've carried enough. You can let it all go now. Just let your shoulders sink into the mattress. Let the weight of the blankets anchor you right here in this little sanctuary we've built. There's nothing out there in the dark that can reach you. Nothing that requires your attention until the sun comes up. You're so safe, so incredibly safe, and you are so loved. I hope you know that. I hope you can feel it in the way I'm holding on to you, in the way I'm not going anywhere. Just listen to the rain. It's lighter now, isn't it? Like it's whispering to us to finally close our eyes. I'm right here. I've got you. There's no need to stay on guard anymore. I can feel your chest rising and falling. It's starting to slow down, matching the pace of mine. Let's just breathe together. A deep, slow breath in, and a long, soft sigh out. That's it, just like that. In and out. Our hearts are finding the same rhythm, and our breath is becoming one single it's okay to let go. I'll be here when you drift off, and I'll be here when the world starts moving again. Just let the darkness be soft. Let it be kind. We're moving through the night together. And as long as we're in this cabin, nothing else matters. Just breathe with me. That's it. So steady, so peaceful. There's something so magical about these tracks, isn't there? Just two thin silver ribbons stretching out into the deep, dark unknown, carving a path through the sleeping world just for us. It feels like we're on a journey that doesn't really have an end, like the train is just carrying us through a dream that never stops. I love thinking about all the miles we're covering while we're tucked away in here, safe and warm. We're passing through forests we'll never see, and over bridges that span rivers we'll never name. But it doesn't matter where the tracks are leading, as long as they keep singing that steady song against the wheels. It's like a secret language between the train and the earth, a rhythm that says we're exactly where we're supposed to be. I'm just going to keep stroking your hair like this, down and up, following that same slow, steady beat. It's so hypnotic, isn't it? The way the world outside is just a mystery, and the only thing that's real is the warmth of your skin and the sound of the wind rushing past the glass. We're heading into the heart of the night, further and further away from everything that was bothering you today. Let the tracks lead the way. They know exactly where to take us. Just feel my hand moving down and up, perfectly in time with the swaying of the car. It's like the whole world is rocking us to sleep, whispering that the unknown isn't scary at all. It's just a beautiful, quiet space where we can finally just be. No maps, no schedules, just the magic of the rails and the two of us drifting into the dark together. My hand down and up, just like the tracks, steady and sure. You don't have to look ahead. You don't have to wonder what's around the next bend. The tracks have us, and I have you. Everything is exactly as it should be, right here in the quiet magic of the night. just the tracks, the rhythm, and the peace of the unknown. I can feel it now, that moment where you finally, truly let go. Your shoulders have dropped so low, and that little bit of tension you are holding in your jaw, it's gone. It's like I can feel the weight of your whole body just sinking deeper into the mattress, becoming heavy and warm and perfectly still. It's such a beautiful thing to witness, seeing you finally give yourself permission to just stop. To stop worrying, to stop thinking, to stop trying to hold everything together. You're letting the train carry you now, and you're letting me hold you up. I can feel the rise and fall of your chest slowing down, matching the steady hum of the engine beneath us. I've got you. I really, truly have you. You don't have to do anything else tonight. You don't have to be anything for anyone. You can just be right here, tucked away in this little wooden world, safe in my arms. Even the sky seems to be calming down for you. Listen, the rain isn't hammering against the glass like it was before. That wild, lashing sound is fading away, turning into a gentle, rhythmic patter. It's just a soft tap, tap, tap against the window now, like a lullaby meant only for us. It's as if the storm knew you needed peace, so it stepped back, leaving us with nothing but this cozy, quiet space. The world is getting so still, so hushed. Just the light rain, the clicking tracks, and the two of us, closer than we've ever been. You can feel that peace, can't you? That heavy, wonderful stillness spreading all the way down to your toes. You're so relaxed now, so perfectly, wonderfully calm. Just let it take you. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. The air in here is so warm, so still. It's making everything feel even softer. Every muscle in your body is just letting go. You're so heavy in my arms, and it's the most peaceful feeling I've ever known. Just stay like this. Just keep letting go. You're so still now, almost like you've become a part of the rhythm itself. Let's just stay in this moment for a second, okay? I want you to take a slow, deep breath in with me. Hold it just for a heartbeat, and then let it all out, long and slow. That's it. Again, breathe in the quiet, and breathe out any last bit these heavy wool blankets, it's like a completely different world. It's so incredibly warm between us. I can feel the heat radiating from your body, and it's the most comforting thing I've ever felt. The contrast makes this little space feel like an unbreakable sanctuary. The cold stays out there, and the warmth stays right here, wrapped around us both. My voice is getting so heavy, I can barely keep it above a whisper now. It's just so peaceful. Every time the train sways, I feel you settle just a little deeper against me, and I can't help but pull you closer. We're so safe in our own little universe. Just keep breathing with me, slow and steady, as the world outside disappears into the dark. I love how the silence in here isn't really empty. It's full of us. It's full of the way we fit together so perfectly in this tiny bunk. I can feel the tip of my nose getting a little cold from the air near the window, but my heart is so warm. Just focus on that warmth. Let it spread from where our chests are pressed together all the way down to your fingertips. You're doing so well. Just drifting, just floating on the edge of sleep. The rhythm is doing all the work now. You don't have to carry yourself anymore. Just let the train take the weight. Just let me hold you while you drift. Everything is so quiet, so soft. Just us and the tracks. Can you feel that low vibration beneath us? It's changed since we started. It's become so steady, so rhythmic. It's like the train has its own giant heartbeat now, pulsing through the metal and the wood, carrying us both through the dark. A deep, heavy thrum that echoes in the marrow of our bones. It's so grounding, like we're being cradled by something much bigger than ourselves. It's funny how a machine can feel so alive when everything else is so still. I'm starting to lose track of where the train ends and where we begin. My eyes, they're finally closing. I can't keep them open anymore, but it's okay. I don't need to see you to know you're the most wonderful person I've ever known. I want you to hear that, really hear it, before you drift off completely. You are so incredibly special. You're kind, and you're strong, and you have this way of making everything feel okay just by being in the room. You're enough, exactly as you are right now. You don't have to do anything or be anything more. To me, you are perfect. You're so loved, more than you probably realize. Just let that sink in as the train beats its slow iron heart for us. We're safe. You're cherished. Just let go. It feels like we're floating now, doesn't it? Like the train isn't even on the tracks anymore, but just gliding through a sea of velvet and starlight. I'm right on the edge, that hazy place where my thoughts start to turn into pictures that don't quite make sense, but feel so warm. It's like a soft fog is rolling in, tucking us away from the rest of the world, blurring the edges of the cabin until it's just the two of us, suspended in the dark. I keep thinking about that one summer evening. Do you remember? We were sitting out on that old wooden bench by the lake, and the sun was just starting to dip below the trees, turning everything that deep honey gold. We didn't say a word for such a long time. We just sat there, shoulder to shoulder, watching the dragonflies skim the water. You looked so peaceful then, exactly like you do right now, with your breathing so slow and your face so calm. I remember thinking, even back then, that I never wanted that moment to end. I wanted to just freeze time and stay in that golden light with you forever. And now, here we are, in a completely different place, with the rain drumming against the glass instead of the sun on our skin. But it feels exactly the same. That same quiet, that same magic. It's funny how some memories just stick to your heart and keep you warm when the world gets cold. I can almost feel the phantom warmth of that summer breeze mixing with the cozy weight of this duvet. It's all blending together now, the past and the present, into one big, beautiful dream. My mind is just drifting. Every click of the wheels is a step further into the clouds. We're almost there, just a little further, into the quiet, into the soft, dark honey of sleep. You're so close. I can feel your warmth. It's the only thing that's real anymore. Everything else is just drifting away, just drifting into the deep, quiet, dark. It's finally time to let the day go, isn't it? The world outside has faded into nothing but a distant memory, and all that's left is this tiny, warm sanctuary we've made for ourselves. I can feel the heaviness in your limbs, the way you've completely surrendered to the pull of the night. It's such a beautiful thing to see you so peaceful, so untroubled. I'm going to close my eyes too in just a moment, but before I do, good night. Good night, my sweet, wonderful friend. Though I think we both know we're a little more than that now. I lean in just a fraction more, my breath hitching for a second as I feel the softness of your hair against my cheek. I press a slow, lingering kiss right to the top of your head, just a gentle, this sleeper car, away from any prying eyes. My hand, which has been tracing those slow, rhythmic patterns on your skin, finally stills. I let it come to rest, my fingers still loosely interlaced with yours, our palms pressed together in a way that feels so natural, so right. I'm not going to let go. Even as I start to drift off myself, I'll keep holding on, making sure you know I'm right here beside you through the whole night. The train is still humming, still carrying us forward through the shadows of the valley, but everything inside here is perfectly still. Just you and me, hand in hand, letting the silence finally take over. Sleep well. I'll be right here when the sun comes up. Just sleep. Turn off the world and just be here with me. Good night, my love. The silence. It isn't empty, is it? It's full. It's heavy and warm, like the thick wool blanket pulled up to our chins. It's the sound of our breathing, finally falling into the exact same slow rhythm, over and over again. I can hear the faint, steady pulse in your palm, where our hands are joined, a tiny, rhythmic reminder that we're both right here in this moment, together. The world outside is 1,000 miles away, lost in the storm in the distance, and this tiny, amber-lit cabin is the only place that truly exists. It's so still, even with the train vibrating softly beneath us. There's a peace in here that I've never felt before. It's the kind of silence that doesn't need any more words to fill it. We've said everything we needed to say, and now we just get to be just you and me and the velvet dark. I can feel the last of the tension completely gone from your hand, your fingers just resting softly, trustingly against mine. It's pure serenity, just the low, deep hum of the engine, the occasional soft, muffled click of the tracks, and the incredible weight of your presence right beside me. It's enough. It's more than enough. I'm just going to stay here for a while longer, listening to the quiet, feeling your heartbeat. So calm, so steady. Everything is perfect. No more thoughts, no more worries. Just stay, just breathe, just be. We're drifting now, drifting together, in the quiet, in the peace, in this beautiful shared silence. I promise you, when the first light of morning finally manages to find its way through that small gap in the heavy curtains, I'll still be right here. I'm not going anywhere. You can let your mind go completely blank now, knowing that when you wake up, the world will be exactly as we're leaving it tonight. Quiet, safe, and with me right by your side. You don't have to hold on to anything anymore. Not your thoughts, not your breath, not even the memory of the day we've left behind. I'll keep watch for both of us while the train carries us toward tomorrow. My hand is still holding yours, and it's going to stay that way. I want you to feel that pressure, that warmth, and let it be the anchor that keeps you safe while you drift further and further away into sleep. The journey is almost over for the night, and you've done so well just letting yourself be cared for, letting yourself be loved. I can feel the sleep pulling at you now, a heavy velvet weight that's so much stronger than the train's rhythm. It's okay to give in. It's okay to let go of the last little thread of wakefulness. I'm right here. I'm right here, tucked against you, breathing the same air, sharing the same dream. You're so safe. You're so incredibly cherished. Just a little further now. Just a few more breaths until you're completely under. I'll be the first thing you see when the sun comes up, I promise. But for now, just the dark and the warmth and my voice fading away into the silence. We're finally there at that soft, quiet landing where everything is still. Just sleep. I've got you. I've always got you. Everything is settling now. The cabin has grown even darker as the moon ducks behind the clouds, leaving us in this perfect, protective cocoon. My voice is just a whisper now, a tiny sound meant only for your ears, barely louder than the hum of the wheels. Can you feel how heavy your eyelids are? How peaceful it feels to just stop. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to be anyone else. Here, in this tiny bunk, you are everything to me, and you are exactly where you belong. I'll be here to greet the morning with you, to see the sunrise paint the fields outside our window. But until then, I'm just going to listen to you breathe. I'm going to stay right here in this beautiful, hazy edge of sleep with you. I'm not letting go. I'm right here. Just let the world fade away. Just drift. You're so close now. So close to deep, perfect rest. Just let go. I'm right here. I'll be right here when you wake up. I promise. Can you feel that shift in the air? The sound of the tracks has changed. It's deeper now, more hollow and echoing. We're entering a long tunnel, leaving the moonlight behind for a while. Everything outside has vanished into a total velvety blackness, and inside this tiny cabin, it's just the two of us, wrapped in the warmth of these blankets and the steady, rhythmic thrum of the wheels beneath us. It's so dark now that I can't even see the outline of your face, but I can feel you. I can feel the heat of your skin, train feels like it's breathing for us, a giant metallic heartbeat carrying us through the silence of the mountain. It's the most peaceful feeling in the world, isn't it? Just being hidden away like this, where no one can find us, where time doesn't matter, and the only thing that exists is this moment, in the way our fingers are still locked together. I'm letting my eyes close now too. The weight of the day is finally gone, replaced by this beautiful, hazy darkness. I'm going to stay right here, tucked into the curve of your body, listening to the muffled song of the rails until I join you in your dreams. We're safe, we're together, and we have all the time in the world to just be. Though I have to admit, being this close to you in the dark, feeling your breath on my skin, it's sparking a few ideas that have nothing to do with sleeping. If we both happen to wake up while the world is still quiet and the train is still moving, I might have some much more passionate ways to pass the time in this little bunk. If you want to hear how the rest of our night unfolds once the sleepiness wears off, you can find the spicy continuation of our journey over on my Patreon. The link is right there in the description for you. But for now, my sweet, tired traveler, if you enjoyed our little time together tonight, please do give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me. And if you ring the notification bell, we can make sure to meet here again very soon. I love knowing you're out there listening. Now, just let the rhythm of the train take you the rest of the way. I'm right here. I've got you. Sleep now. Just sleep. Sweet dreams.